And let's see, here we are. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Vibes Alive Radio Show podcast with Muffin But Good Vibes. Mr. Craig McKnight, big things are happening. And I thought we should take a chance to talk to some people, let them know what's up, let them know about this amazing contest that's coming up, the anniversary shows, the post shows, all the things. So we're going to get into it. What's up, Craig? How you doing, man?
Busy day, man. Like a lot of days. Just
Yeah.
got home from doing the dad duties. Probably gonna hear some background noise of kids in the pool back here. So sorry about that, but it
Hey,
is
it's
what it is.
summertime. Yeah,
What about you,
absolutely.
man? How you doing today?
Man, I'm good. I'm getting ready to go on a little family vacation, so I'm trying to get all the things dialed in before we head out. But going up to Alaska and excited about all that, and super excited about the show, the radio show this weekend. Just started putting that together. It is an entire hour of Muffin But Good Vibes music, and I think that's amazing because we've done this before. It was in November, and I kind of filled it in with some of the songs that were after the muffins. I mean, remember, you do actually make muffins, and the songs that were named after those said muffins were filling in between the acoustic sessions. And this time, I'm start to finish with original content from Muffin But Good Vibes. So I think that that's a pretty amazing thing, and I love seeing that progress. So I'm pretty stoked on just doing some work, getting the show ready, and being a part of this Muffin But movement, good vibes movement.
Yeah, I mean that's I'm really excited for it too. I mean, it is kind of crazy, to step back and look at everything that we've done in the past year with the acoustic sessions and the people that we've had over and just continuing to build the community that we have here and I really think it's speaking volumes too on what our movement is and what our focus is and that is that moving forward together and trying to give a lot of these independent artists, that platform that, make it so they don't have to travel all the way to the East Coast.
Yeah.
Um, it makes it very accessible here in Southern California. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's no place like home, right? I mean, I know that there's such a the Sugar Shack. I mean, if when you say East Coast, it's immediately where I think of.
Of course.
But I do think the the vibe that has been created in San Diego, coming from a lot of these California-based artists, where a lot of this music is being stemmed from. There's something unique about that all on its own, and I love feeling like your sessions are. I mean, they're literally in your backyard. So this is like it has that home feel to it. It has that authenticity to it that I think is so important because it's one thing to go to a stage, it's one thing to go to a venue. It's another thing to come to somebody's home. And the fact that you open your home up, this isn't like, the other home. This is like your main house. This is where you guys live. This is where you cook, for God's sake, with the muffins and everything. I mean, like this is the big part of what Muffin But Good Vibes is at this point. And so I think, that to me is a big element that sets you guys apart because I love Sugar Shack and I love what they've done and I'm sure that they've inspired many people, including yourself, along the
Yeah,
way.
for
But
sure.
it's that different approach of literally coming into your home and the poster and the artwork, and it's like you standing there on the side. I mean, I've seen that in person. You do stand there to the side and kind of take it all in, but it's just it's that personal touch, I think, and authenticity, I think, is also where it just really highlights what you're doing.
No, it's definitely an inspiration from what they've done with Sugar Shack, and then that is the home of one of the people. Um, so they started that same way. I mean, they've posted a couple things here recently going into some of the history, and it's fascinating, like seeing what they started from, and hearing about the struggles that they went through, which kind of the similar struggles that we're going through now in the growth
Sure.
process. But yeah, kudos to them out there. They're obviously a massive inspiration for what we're doing here in Southern California. And I also want to take a moment to also shout out some other people that are doing some similar things. You got Rising Vibes Jam Sessions out there. The one, let's see, you also got OG Juice Jams here in San Diego. They're also doing their own recordings. And then then also the One Love family jams, they're doing their thing too. So there's quite a few people out there, and I've chatted with all of them, and it's the same story of that growth struggle, and it's the same, the same process that the bands go through, or anybody as an entrepreneur as a whole, trying to get a brand or trying to get a band off the ground is it's quite the process, and it's a lot of work,
I
a
feel
lot of
that. I feel
a lot
that
of anxiety.
I understand that very much, but,
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people out there that don't necessarily know, and not to focus on the struggle of it, but, coming up on the 3rd anniversary, you've seen some growth, you guys are definitely here to stay, you're making your way throughout the process. What if some of the, if you wanna call it lessons, if you will, but what are some of the learnings along the way that maybe surprised you that you didn't think would be a challenge perhaps?
I mean, I'm not really one to hide things on a lot of. I mean, there's been a lot of people that I thought would either be more supportive, one, or have come through and said they would do one thing and then didn't follow through on it. Just a lot of people, you like learn that the true colors eventually seem to surface, and some of these it's been shocking, and it's been it's been hurtful. But it's one of those things. Is I find that one person out, I've got like 25 other people coming in right behind them that are like massive supporters. So it's just a matter of not letting that weigh you down too much, and not trying to linger on it, and see all these other people that are stepping up, and taking that spot, and helping propel the whole thing forward. So
Yeah, absolutely. People can surprise you, but, at the same time, they can also delight you, and it takes
exactly.
people to, takes all kinds of processes because people are in so many different places within
Yeah.
their careers, or, some people that are going out there and making music, and like both of us, have a full-time job and then have a passion project, and the goal is, see that passion project to be the job full time. Like, that would be one of the most amazing things ever. I feel that way all the time when I think about Vibes Alive. I think I'm maybe a year ahead of you in terms of creating the show, but the struggle is just as real, and trying to keep it to be ever present. I mean, I bug you all the time with
Yeah,
the
I know, man.
minutia, but the minutia makes a difference, and it's like you got to pay attention to every detail.
Mhm.
And it's overwhelming sometimes, but I think at the end of the day, when you take a step back and you have an opportunity to step back, that when you see the growth, it's so encouraging. And I mean, from my perspective, from Muffin But Good Vibes, again, I said it earlier, but today was a huge, like, wow, like the fact that we filled up that entire hour. And I opened last session just because I was curious, like, oh, okay, we do a lot of shows, and I was like, okay, let me look back at this, exactly what it was, and to see that, like, I think 6 songs, maybe 5, were different. I'm not going to call them filler because they're great songs and great artists, but they were not acoustic session songs.
Right.
And from start to finish, now you have that. So I think that's one way you can step back and take that kind of 10,000-foot view and say, damn, okay, like, you're in the middle of the grind. It's really hard to take a step back and look. But I mean, I would tell you, from a consumer perspective and from being a ambassador of this, whatever it is, scene, culture, community, um, you're definitely making an impact, and the music is getting the quality, and it was always good, but the quality of the music and the video is continually improving, and you can see that. And so I think that tangibility and quality and everything else coming together is, to me, a real sign of growth, and I appreciate what you're doing.
Oh, thank you for saying that, man. Yeah, it's actually been um, like the last few sessions that we've had now, with Aaron, with Aaron Thomas Media. He's our videographer, and me and him are having more and more discussions each time. Like, so we start looking and we start analyzing, we start talking about new shots, and like all that. But this, there's this synergy between us now, and it continued. We continue to build on it, and continue to get more comfortable, and continue to find like these more, whatever we can do to be more creative. Um, as far as the shots go within the videos. So yeah, and as far as as the quality, I mean, it is cool to look back, and look at where we start. Not to say that those recordings were bad at all, but
Yeah,
we
no, no, no.
we continue to learn, we continue to figure out new things, and then Obviously, a big thing here recently was the agreement that I signed with QSC, and so we're using the QSC Touch Mix 30 now for the we've used it for the last 2 sessions now. We'll be using that going forward. That's also going to help us out with some of our live events. Um, and then also when we get to the point of, you know, we're still in the whole conversation, the building part of having people come over and have ticketed events. I have a local chef that I've been talking to, another distillery that's really great at making mixed drinks, cocktails, and trying to build something similar. Once again, we're just following in the footsteps of what Sugar Shack has created and trying to create an experience for people to come to. So
Yeah.
all that's in the mix now too. That's, you know, that's our next step that we're looking at doing with these. Um, but yeah, going back to the growth portion. Yeah, it's just and like you said, sometimes it's hard to take that step back. Like you get so caught up in you know in everything, and you want to see it go a certain direction, and you want this to happen and that to happen. You sometimes got to take that step back and look at everything that has happened, and
Right.
and what's been built. But at times it gets difficult, and you get caught up in your own mind, and definitely have lots of I'm riddled with anxiety on a regular basis. So yeah, it's not always the prettiest thing, but I work my way through it, and we continue to grow. So that's a good thing.
It is a great thing. I mean, I was gonna say it, and then ironically, here comes Kyle Cameron tuning in. But I was gonna say, you know, the first recording, and I was reminded of that today while putting the show together. O side was, you know, Resonators were the first acoustic session to have happened, and it's yeah, I mean, their quality, that song, their performance is always great, and I feel like this one in particular was really captured well because I feel like I'm sitting right there listening to them from being across the room, and I love it. So big shout out to the Resi Boys. You guys have been doing amazing things on your own. The link with Muffin But Good Vibes. I think the Vibes Alive roadshow radio show, however long ago that was, October of 20. No, not even
October
2019.
of 20. No, that was 2020.
Was it
Yeah,
2020?
yeah.
Yeah. So that was, I mean, that was a whole experience with a bunch of artists that we've now seen featured in a much more elaborate production in terms of audio and things of that
No,
nature.
no, that was still great, man. I mean, that was one of those moments that, you know, led to what this has become now. I mean, it was part of that whole process, and we also did the recording over here with the Rhythms. We're
Yeah.
not recording, but the live video we did with the Rhythms, we were going to record it, but we had some technical issues, which Kyle is probably laughing about at the moment. I accidentally jumped in the pool with my phone in my pocket, and ended up screwing everything up. But no, it was, you know, having the Rhythms here, and then Kyle also played solo later that evening. But you could get a sense of the vibe that was here, and that's where that's where the wheels really started turning. Like we could do something here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's
yeah,
great.
hi Kyle. Hey buddy.
So Daniel Bianes, I think I'm saying your name wrong, but Daniel, what's up, dude? He was saying hello. So hello, what's up? And then also said, how do you go about choosing which platform you post content on? I believe that's directed to you, sir.
So, well, are we like, is this like in reference to like what platforms are we focusing on?
I'm guessing it's probably, well, Daniel, if you're still hanging out, fill us in. But I'm guessing it's in terms of like putting it out onto YouTube, or is it maybe more of like the philosophy of dropping, you know, the music and then going to video, perhaps? Or the fact that I posted on 3 different pages might be why he's asking. I'm not sure.
uh, I don't know. I have a lot of issues. I mean, we're here on, you know, one of the platforms here is Facebook, and I've had a lot of issues. I know a lot of people have had issues with some traction and trying to build off of that. Instagram has been the way that we have gone. And like, if you want any of the updates with Muffin But Good Vibes, Instagram is the place to be.
Yeah.
We try to transfer over some of those posts over to Facebook, but like I said, there's not a ton of traction. We do have a private group on Facebook that's really it's been really I think a great way of connecting with like some of the fans that are a little, I don't know, it's almost like kind of become like a club of sorts on there, where I'm dropping stuff in there early. We actually have something really special coming up that I'm going to offer directly. It's going to be an exclusive pin design that's going to be for the Muffin fam. Uh, so I hope this is answering the question. I'm not really sure if so.
He just said TikTok. What about TikTok?
Oh gosh, I actually have my oldest son is doing our TikTok account now because it's painful for me. So he's actually taking the reins, and he's starting to take over that account. So you'll probably start seeing more activity on the Muffin But Good Vibes TikTok due to my oldest boy. And
Awesome.
also shout out for him if you've been to our latest. We just updated our shop and our webpage, but he did that, and mind you, yeah. It's intuitive, and you can go in there and just about anybody can go in there and do whatever and build a site. But he did that all in a day. It was one day, and that at a minimum it would have taken me a week or more to get it done. And he's just in there like looking like a wizard in front of this thing, and he did a great job on our website. So shout out to my oldest boy Bryce. He killed it.
Yeah, nice job, Bryce. I agree. I thought it was very well done, and it was a great again update and a refinement to what you've been doing. And definitely is a family affair. The fact that you got your kids working on it now, that's pretty fun. I mean, my oldest son is 11, almost 12. I'm pretty sure he's going to be taking over some things here pretty soon, for sure.
Uh,
Yeah. Okay, TikTok Shorts. Yeah, TikTok is a thing. It's a platform, honestly, that I'm trying to get on as well, but I get on there and then it says, yeah, I'm just going to show my age. I'm not really feng shui with said TikTok platform at this moment in time, but I love the fact that it does good things for people, and I also love the fact that I just made a great segue into you doing great things for people. Hiking My Feelings does great things for people.
oh yeah.
Sid and Barry are great people as it is. I really hope to get on a retreat one of these days. My back's finally better. I can go hike. I can go take a walk, and I would love, love, love to go out there and do it. Um, but I want to talk about what you guys are doing together because there's only a couple days left. There's a big sweepstakes, if we want to call it that, contest, giveaway. I think it's a gift of gratitude that you are offering to somebody to come in, to fly in, to get a hotel, meals, backstage, all kinds of access to what are going to be 3 really great, important days for Muffin But Good Vibes. So before we get into the contest, let's do a quick just context of what is going on. It's a 3-year anniversary for Muffin But Good Vibes. On Thursday night, you're going to have a performance, another acoustic session performance at your house. Who's going to be
Wednesday.
performing? Wednesday night. Okay, Wednesday night.
So I mean, I haven't come out and said like publicly who it is yet, but for those of you on here and those that come back and watch it, we're gonna have Native Leaves out here,
Nice.
for that recording session. So
Sorry,
pretty
didn't mean to
stoked
put you
about
on the spot there.
that. No,
Even
no,
though
you're good. No,
okay.
you're good. I mean, I like I said, I haven't put it out there because a lot of times we don't announce who's going to be here on certain dates. It's kind of all kept cryptic until people are here, and then they allowed to put everything on blast. Um,
Yeah.
because once again, this is my family's home, so um, try to keep some things under wraps. Yeah. So, but yeah, Native Leaves is coming here for the anniversary recording.
That's going to be special. And then the 3rd anniversary show is happening the next day on Thursday. I guess that's August 17th. I don't have my calendar in front of me.
Yeah.
August 17th. All
Yeah.
right. At the Music Box, which is where you've done this 2 times already. Was that where both have been?
Yeah. So last year was the first time we stepped up and got one of the premier venues here in San Diego, and so yeah. But this year, I mean, last year's lineup was amazing. Um, and this year, people shouldn't sleep on this. Obviously, we got the Pipe Down Boys out of Tahoe, and they're definitely a band to watch out for in the scene. They're on a steady rise. Mitch and Yakub, if you're not familiar, many people may know him as a member of Boostive. And I know that his group consists of people from a few different bands here in San Diego, but his sound, I mean, if you like horns, it's crispy. And then he's got a few tracks with Davina singing on those. So I mean, that should be enough said right there. I mean, just the involvement of Boostive. And yeah, definitely go check out Mitch and Yakub. He just dropped an album here recently, so go check it out. and then Bikini Trill. And this is where we get more into the connection of before this was a business, because I actually took my oldest son. That was one of the first concerts I took him to. I mean, I can go ahead and just talk about Pacific Dub first. That was the first concert I took him to. It was Pacific Dub was the opener. It was the Movement, Iration, and I think the headliner of that one was Dirty Heads. And then the second show I took him to was Fortunate Youth as a headliner, but Bikini Trill was on support. And this is back. They were out there handing out stickers in the line. I think they were the opener for that show. And then after the show, went up there and talked to him. And I still to this day regret we didn't take a picture with him at that moment. We had a great conversation, and they were great with Bryce and talking to him. So it was just one of those moments I had within the scene, where I started seeing the connection between the bands and the people, which was different from some of the experiences I've had before with some other genres in it. So it was a key part in the the mindset that led to creating Muffin But Good Vibes.
Absolutely. That makes perfect sense. So, I mean, and also you had Catastro last year, or the second anniversary show. Seeing Pacific Dub, for me, I hadn't listened to a ton of them, to be super honest. Listened to him a lot more after Camp Fest. After seeing him come out and be a part of that, it was pretty incredible. Just the whole, nobody's ever there to replace Andy, but the people that came out for that to honor him and to really project and just to take that spot was pretty amazing. And so, huge shout out to Colton, I believe is his name, right?
Yeah.
Colton?
Yeah. I'm very stoked. It's like one of those moments. I always have the moments where I have to it's the mixture of, this is a business and the fanboy portion. So it's like, I still remember that last year when I met Andy, I walk into the venue, right. And out of the bathroom comes Andy. And, I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, oh shit, that's Andy J. And comes up and I reach out, shake his hand, say, introduce myself. And he's like, I just went to the bathroom. I washed my hands, I swear. And that was our, how we introduced ourselves. And but it was one of those moments, it's just like it's just, and I think it'll be the same for me with Colton, because I've been a fan of Pacific Dub for quite a while. So it's just like last year having Katasha as a headliner, and now Pacific Dub is a headliner of one of our shows. I mean, it's just it's insane. It's in that fanboy side of me has to try to keep it in a little bit.
Hey, I mean, that's amazing. I mean, and Dan Kelly of Fortunate Youth doing the after party with the Nora. I mean, I don't say this lightly or sparingly, but I would say that Fortunate Youth and Dan Kelly is very much a big part of that, but individually are one of the best people out there in terms of just real, authentic, true, great music, but just good hearts and good people. Like anytime I've seen Greg, or if I've seen Dan, any of the, whatever, whenever I see those guys, they're always a smile. There's always a what's up. And I always feel like I have to be like, hey, remember me? I'm Brett from the radio. And I'm like, dude, stop. Like, hey, Brett. I'm like, oh, okay, hi. But I feel like I gotta do this whole back end story. And we've, they've taken the time to do interviews and all that kind of stuff. So the fact that you're getting to round off, the second experience being Fortunate Youth with Dan Kelly, and an amazing talent that honestly I want to give you credit for helping me discover was Anora. She's something else. I mean, between coming out of the gate with Stick Figure as a single, and then being able, I think, support and even raise the bar on her own material with just her is just amazing. I mean, that to me is what Muffin But Good Vibes acoustic sessions have done. I mean, you've actually introduced me to people that I now work with, per se, like Chris Bowen Vibes. He, you asked to get him on the radio show, got him on the radio show. A couple months later, he's doing a session with you. Within a month of that, I meet him at a concert here in Phoenix, and it's like, whoa, how this world works is amazing. So, there's just a cyclical thing that's happening that's a very wholesome thing from Muffin But Good Vibes. And so Not to get on the topic of Chris Bone because I could be here for quite a long time, but
No,
he's an
no, you're
amazing
no, you're
guy.
good. I got the kids yelling in the background here.
Oh,
Um,
it's cool. Life is happening.
but
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 if
I
you
want
can
to go
talk
back.
over them, if you can
Yeah,
talk over them, let's talk about the contest because the winner is going to be announced on
well,
Saturday.
here, one sec. I'm
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt you, Brett, but I want to go back one sec to Honora. Um,
Yeah.
and I know that there's still a lot of people that haven't heard about her. Now, um, as far, I mean, it's hard because I mean, like, it's hard for me to talk about, like, which sessions were my favorite and which ones, because I don't want like anybody to get bent out of shape or anything. But I think with that one, and having her family here, and her mother was here, and interacting with them, and them interacting with my family, and seeing the person that she is and how her family is, it's like though she is the perfect example of the artists we want to work with. I mean, it's just a joy to be around.
Yeah.
And I just hope that people are going out there and listening to her music. If you haven't heard of Honora, please go out to whatever streaming platform you use and listen to her music, because it's not just the quality of the music, it's the quality of the person.
Yeah.
And she exemplifies that. So
Yeah.
definitely go check out Honora. But
I'm
anyways,
gonna, I'm gonna, no, no, no. Now I'm gonna interrupt you because I'm gonna second that because when you talk about people that will go out of their way and these artists that you never expect well, I've learned you shouldn't expect anything from anybody because you're only getting set up to get let down.
yeah,
But I will say that it blew me away the support that she gave to the Vibes Alive radio show um in general, like when she didn't have to. I mean, she came all the way out to Aztec, New Mexico to do an acoustic performance for the radio show. I mean,
right.
and I explained like there's no playing in the festival. I have nothing to do with that. I'm literally just recording my radio show and trying to do my damn thing out there. What can we do together? And she came all the way from California to Colorado, New Mexico to record. And she had her family there. And I got to meet everybody. And it's exactly as you just said it. It was the most purest performance. She's such a genuine person. And I just still look back at that as one of my favorite. It will be one of my favorite meetings of any artist out there. And I will always find a place for her on the radio show because she's that damn talented and she does need her name out there more. And so it looks like we're talking to crime scene
I know
investigation
that's
right
what I
now.
was about to say. The same thing, dude. I was over here. I just tried to turn on the
Muffin But Good
because
Vibes
this
is a good
umbrella
time.
here
It's
has
really
lights
good
in it,
vibes.
but I think the solar thing died on me, so there's no light. And I seriously just had the same exact thought. I'm like, I feel like the guys in the shadow. You need to distort my voice a little bit
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sorry about that, everyone. Hey, you can still hear me, but you can't see me very well.
Usually I'm the one with the face for radio, but Craig's taking it over right now. We were talking about this contest because I got to do the pre-recording thing, folks. It's no mystery. It's been talked about.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Really?
man.
Is that what
As
you do?
close as possible. Yeah, all the time. Every time. Um and I've got a slot empty right there for the winner because we're announcing the winner this Saturday on the Vibes Alive radio show Saturday Sesh. They're going to win this amazing getaway to San Diego. You're going to have a chance to hang out with Craig and I and all the amazing people that are going to be there. And all it really is going to take to get into this contest, correct me if I'm wrong, is $1 donation to Hiking My Field. I see his finger.
You can
A
see my
dollar
finger.
donation
I mean,
to-
I got to get that close to the camera. Is this better? Like, there we go.
I mean, yeah, it's
No,
okay.
that's not better.
Okay.
That's definitely worse.
I think you got to go sit by the tree behind you.
I know. I got
something.
to go back into the.
Or just get in the pool, Craig. Just get in the pool. Whatever. You could find a way to make this work. But the winner is being announced, and it's I can't wait to drop it in because it's going to be guerrilla radio type thing. But super excited that I get to be a part of that we get to announce it. And the thing that I'm trying to stress here is that tomorrow is the deadline. Tomorrow is the absolute last chance people have to get involved in this contest. I don't know if you have numbers so far, but I think that there's still a lot more room for donations. And I think that,
Yes.
helping out Hiking My Feelings is enough of a good deed to donate. And there's that. So you can help somebody who's awesome, two people that are starting a great organization that helps a lot of people. that Craig has definitely been a very active donor, participant, whatever you want to call it, enthusiast, ambassador of Hiking My Feelings.
Yeah.
Um, and this helps everybody
Yeah.
collectively. So you can win a trip that's worth a lot more than $1. And that was perfect, actually. So you can win a trip that's going to be a trip of a lifetime. You've got a day and a half left, not even, to go out there and get an entry. And hopefully, I get to announce your name on the radio show, and you get to come hang out in San Diego.
Yeah, I mean, I can't express it enough. I think people are really sleeping on this. This is a number of these businesses that are involved and that have given prizes for this are ones that I have connected with through the process of this business, and um, I speak highly of them as well, for what they're doing and contributing to this. But I mean, people have to think about this for a second. Especially if you're across the country right now, or even if you're in Arizona sweating like crazy, to come to San Diego to be able to experience this. Obviously coming here to my house. Music box is amazing, but you're going to get to come early and go to the sound check. The hotels we chose, like, this wasn't just like the Hilton or Motel 6. we,
We got you a room. Whether or not you want to stay in that room, that's not up to us, ladies and gentlemen. That's up to
but
you.
no, all three of these hotels, they have personality. There's something different in it, and and also it's going to take you from like East County of San Diego, where we live, to downtown, to Oceanside. So you're gonna see like a huge chunk of San Diego County over the course of these 3 days, and then to have the food that's going to be involved in this as well. Also, it should be noted that we have the Switchboard Restaurant up in Oceanside is also connected to a place called Canvas Bar. That they have the Knoll family art exhibit going on there, so you can
nice.
also pop over there and check out all this artwork from all these artists across the country that have submitted for this. So just another little added bonus feature onto the whole thing, being able to pop in there and look at all the art.
Yeah, that's awesome. So basically, if you like good music, but you didn't know, you thought maybe I'm not going to do this because I don't feel like donating to a good cause, which now I am obligated to do a donation myself because I can't not. I mean, I'm going to be there anyway. But either way, if you want to donate to a good cause, if you want to be around some amazing music, some amazing artists, if you want to see some really great sublime artwork, if you want to see the perimeter of all that San Diego has. So I was going to call it the anchor man, but I didn't. If you want to see all that San Diego has to offer, this is a really good way to do it. And honestly, so is it one entry per dollar?
Yeah.
Okay, so somebody drops $100, you got 100 entries.
You got 100 entries in this,
and
thing.
I think that's probably a pretty good scenario right now, like, because there's donations that need to be raised. So if you drop $100 and you get 100 entries, my friends, listen to what we're saying right now. 25, 50, 100, it goes all towards, I believe, 50c3, right? 501c3 donation. So you're doing charity, a good deed, you're helping out a great cause, you're entering to win a great prize. And then you get to hear your name spouted out on the radio really quick if you tune into the Saturday sesh. And I'll tell you what, whoever wins, if you listen to this tonight and you see this tonight and you want to be a guest on my podcast and talk about your adventures in San Diego, I would absolutely love to do that.
That would be cool.
And I would really like to do that. So I hope that you all hear this and want to get out there, because it's really something that should not be overlooked. Just too special to be, passed over.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Johnny and Clyde from Arizona, great hip hop duo that just released a single with my man Chris Bowen and Zecuary James. If y'all have not been able to check that out, they released an EP too. Great guys. And Johnny's an amazing tattoo artist as well, who's done some work with Chris recently too, which is, I'm not saying I'm jealous because it looked kind of painful, but it's a damn awesome piece. So
did he post that anywhere? I'm about to check it out.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying shit I shouldn't. I don't know.
I'll send him a message.
I don't know. But what I do know is again, we got a few people watching with us, so thank you guys for being here tonight. The real push, the reason we got on is to let people know that this contest is happening for one more day, and after that, it's time to go, folks. It's time to announce a winner, and then you've got 1 month to get yourself ready for one of the best, hopefully one of the best weekends of your life with some amazing people and great entertainment and great food and just all the things. It's sensory overload in the best way possible. So don't sleep. $10, 10 entries, $20, 20. I mean, honestly, this is not the kind of stuff. Forget the 6-pack of beer tonight. Get a 12-pack tomorrow. Put in that donation.
Yeah.
There he is.
Then going back to your show again. So do I have the number right? I think there's going to be 6 songs on the show tomorrow that have not been heard, that are not out there yet. So there's going to be 6. I think, is it 6? Have I got the number right? It might be 5. I don't know. But anyways, there's some great songs that haven't been heard outside.
7.
It's 7. Oh,
I think
geez.
so. You know, if you all want to know, I mean, I can tell you because I'm pretty happy about this whole mix up we got going on. So Joey Caldereo is going to be in the mix. Honora is definitely going to be in the mix. You got Swells OC who's going to be in the mix. I've got the best. We've got Aaron Wolf. We've got Davina Josso. We've got Jacob Knoll. We've got Orion Song. We've got, of course, the Resi Boys, the Resonators. We got Shane Hall. We got Pipe Down Lot 49. Yeah. And Snug It Loose is in there too. I got a little bit of that in the background going down. So
yeah, I heard that you got right there at the end. So
yeah,
that was good, man. That was good.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, that wasn't the order, so I'm switching it up on y'all, but all those are in there, and that's literally the entire hour. I mean, I give all the love to the Valley Realtor, Mr. Ryan Jones, and of course Jeffrey Ohm, who are supporting the show from the sponsor side. But outside of that, a couple little shout outs. It's all Muffin But Good Vibes the entire time, and it's really something to celebrate. So what you can think of is essentially, y'all, the party starts on Saturday at 10 a.m. and the celebration for the 3rd anniversary Muffin But Good Vibes starts. And from there on out, it's going to be just hitting the gas, getting things going, getting the shows going, getting the content recorded, getting the conversations being had. And I don't know. I think I just think it's going to be pretty great. Hey, big shout out to Jesse Duran, Matt Duran. They are a big part of not just Arizona. I know they're big fans of you, Craig, and helping out Muffin But Good Vibes. And I love that they love the joyous singing in the background because those kids are having a good time. It's summertime and the living's easy out there in San Diego, the Muffin But Good Vibes Castle.
Dude, they have been such massive supporters, and they're people I actually talk to on a regular basis. They are great supporters of so many people in the scene.
Yeah, I'm a lucky recipient of that support, and I can't articulate how much I appreciate it, honestly.
Yeah, I'm stoked to have them over. So I'm ready for them to make the trek over here to my house, and we can hang out. So it's coming.
Absolutely. It's going to be good. I think we may roll up there together. Even we talked about it. We threw it out there. We're going to see how it goes. But either way, they're going to be there. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for them to experience the Muffin But Good Vibes experience. And also, I mean, if it's not too much and if it's not putting anything, well, it is, because you told me earlier you don't announce who's coming out for acoustic sessions. I was going to say, who else is coming up? Who else is in the mix? But you don't need to tell us. I mean,
I can say who has been here already.
Okay.
Some people may not know. So obviously we're dropping Jacob's Castle first video on Sunday.
Time Traveler?
Yes.
Nice.
And then then we have Roots of Mine, and then Pacific Roots. Had their sessions were recorded. The Pacific Roots wasn't too long ago. But yeah, then we have some other ones coming up. We have another Arizona band coming through soon. So
I know that's what I was thinking about, but that's I'm excited for them. I'm very, very excited for them. I cannot wait. I can't wait for you to Yeah, yeah, I might have to be out there for that one. I don't know if I can wait to see it because they're very special, and it is a very special thing that you're doing with them, and so I'm excited for that. Um, excited for all the things pretty much. I think that's pretty much what we're getting at here. I appreciate what you do, man. Continue doing what you do. Never get discouraged because I know it's not easy. I know it firsthand. I haven't done a tenth of what you do in terms of the reach and the promotion and the content and the recordings and all those things, but I know it's a big challenge and it's really, really, really difficult sometimes. And even though it's Muffin But Good Vibes, it's also a hell of a lot of hard work. So I appreciate what you do. Continue doing what you do, and I guarantee you, the more people that will come across this and they see it, they'll immediately feel it, and like that authenticity is real because it's authentic. It's what it needs to be. And so as long as you keep staying true to you, this is like that whole Wayne's World. If you build it, they will come. You are building it. The people are coming. The content is there. And I cannot wait to get out to San Diego and celebrate the 3rd anniversary with you and everybody else that's going to be out there, because these are the things in life we got to look forward to. And these are the things we got to look and put a little smile and just celebrate. So big ups. Keep doing what you're doing. And yeah, I'm just going to say for the 50th time, thank you, thank you, thank you. And before I'm done, don't interrupt me again. I'm just kidding. Put in your entries, y'all. This is important. This is a very important thing. It's very easy to do. And actually, I'm saying it's so easy. Where did they go to sign up or put in the entry?
The easiest thing to do is to go, if you're on Facebook, then head over to our page there. You can find our link tree in the about section there, or you can just scroll down a little bit. You'll probably, actually, I think one of the pins is post, or the post is pinned to the top of the page.
All right.
And then over on Instagram, it's the same. That you'll see a number of the posts up on there, or you can just click on our link in the bio for the link tree, and you'll see everything listed right there.
Cool.
But I just want to also take a moment. Thanks again for let me hop on here with you tonight. Please go out there and follow on whatever platform the Vibes Alive radio show. You've heard Hiking My Feelings said a number of times. You've heard a whole list of artists. It's important, especially for a lot of these up and coming independent artists, that you get out there and click subscribe on their YouTube channel. Follow them on every single social media platform. Head over to their Spotify, their whatever streaming service. Click on the follow on there. Stream their music. People overlook how important just one person can be in the whole mix of things, because that one person helps feed into somebody else seeing it, and then that person clicks, and then now we have this whole network, and we have this web stretching out. And don't think that clicking on that subscribe button, because let me tell you that I can state personally that getting people to subscribe has been so painful. It's the same conversation I've had with some of the other live recordings that are happening. That with the conversations with them, it's been unbelievably difficult. I never thought it would be so difficult. So once again, just to express the importance, if you truly are a fan of whatever band, or even if your local restaurant or any other entrepreneurs you may know, go give them a follow. Like their content, share their content. It's the only way we all grow is to do it together, and it's
Absolutely.
something that we really need to focus on. And it's easy to get lost in the whole madness of social media. I get it, because I wish I didn't have to do the whole social media thing, but it's such an integral part now of marketing in this current age. So,
Sure is. I'm
but
terrible at it, as everyone knows, but
but and again too, you see the hat on Brett's head, you see the hat on my head. Get out there and buy the merch. The merch is very important for Brett. It's important for us, because the muffins, and as important as they are in the whole grand scheme of things, and the foundation that they were built on this business, the margins are getting worse as food prices continue to get ridiculous and more ridiculous. And yeah, so our margins are much slimmer now, and we're trying to figure out what to do on that front with the muffins. But merchandise is much more kind on the pocketbooks. So get out there and buy a Vibes Alive hat, get a Vibes Alive shirt. Check out our shop. Check out your favorite band shop. get out there and snag the merch because it is very important.
Absolutely. All right, I just got to try this before we hang up. Hang on. Marco! I heard fish out of water, but it didn't work. All right. I'm out of my element now. Now I'm just trying to get involved in family time. So thank you, brother. I appreciate you taking the time. Ladies and gentlemen, get out there, support Muffin But Good Vibes. The acoustic sessions coming at you full front to back at the Vibes Alive radio show Saturday sesh. Coming up on Saturday, 10 a.m. KWSS. You can go to kwss.org, vibesaliverioshow.com. You can tell Alexa to play KWSS, but they give you a bunch of ads. The best way to find the show is just go to kwss.org. There's a little player right there. Hit the player, let it go. If you don't hear the show, if you hear a delay, you hear any problems, you let us know. We'll try to do our best to fix it. Independent radio is what it is, but it's also amazing for giving me a platform to be out there for people to hear this music and to be on the FM waves in general. So I won't complain about it. I'm very appreciative we have it. But thank you guys so much for being a part of it. And be sure to support Craig and hit the subscribe button on all the platforms. Buy a shirt. But most importantly, before you buy a shirt, donate right now. Get into this entry. Get into this. It's just too good of an opportunity to pass up. And if you're out there on the East Coast and you've been waiting for a chance to get to the West Coast, again, if that ticket is going to cost you $1,000, I think it's worth giving it a couple $100 worth of a try tonight to get into this drawing. So do what you got to do. Make a big donation, and hopefully we'll be seeing you out there at the Muffin But Good Vibes acoustic recording sessions, 3rd anniversary party, and the after party, and all throughout the time. So let's do it.
Yeah. Thanks again, Brett.
Yeah, man. Anytime.
All right. Have a nice evening, everybody.
We're just ending the broadcast, and